Good morning. I hope everyone is having a great week. I just wanted to take some time to share my heart with you today. I'm sure at one point in your life, you've received bad news, whether it be news that would affect your health, your finances, your relationships with others, your job, whatever the case may be. If you're anything like me, as soon as I heard that news, I automatically went into the worst case scenario. And then I began to think, what am I going to do? What are we going to do about this? What is going to happen next? And before long, all of these thoughts start flooding my mind. And I start thinking about what I'm going to do. You know, all of this pressure is just filling my head. And I stop believing. I start doubting. I start thinking that everything is going wrong. Why is this happening to me? All of the negative thoughts that could fill your head. But what I should be focused on is not what I can do, but what God's already done. What does God say about my situation? What did God say if this happened? What did God say about this? What did God say about that? What did He tell me about my finances? What did He tell me about my health? You see, the enemy knows that he can't attack you. Okay? He cannot attack you. He cannot do anything to you. But what he can do is use your thoughts. What he can do is take captive the thoughts in your head. And if you begin to believe those lies that the enemy places in your head, pretty soon it's going to affect your words and eventually your actions or the lack thereof. Case in point, if you were supposed to take action, that fear that he placed in your mind and in your heart could hinder you from taking the steps necessary to fight that battle. Has that ever happened to you? It happens to me all the time. And I'm ashamed to say it, but it's true. But what we should do is whenever those thoughts come in our head, we should question them and we should refute them if they're anything against what God says about it. If the Bible doesn't say that that's true, it's not true. And you should rebuke it and you should not believe it. And in focusing and anchoring His word in your heart, you can lean on Him. You can lean on Him and what He says about the situation to get you through it. God doesn't want us to depend on man, including ourselves. Man can't do anything to us. The enemy can't do anything to us. Even man is only used as a vessel to carry out his wicked plan. And the reason he's attacking you is because he already knows where his fate lies. But I'm going to tell you what, we fight from victory to victory. We know where our eternity lies, but the enemy also knows where his eternity lies. So he's going to do everything in his power to try to bring down anyone that he can, and he starts with the mind. Is there a giant that you're facing today? Were you given news, bad news, that could affect your health, affect anything, your marriage, your relationships, your children? I encourage you today, when you are faced with news that has the ability to shake you, to anchor yourself in God's word, listen to what He has to say about it. Focus on the truth that lies in God's word rather than the lies that the enemy fills your head with. Watch your mouth. And I say that because your words have the power to bring life or death into your situation. Start declaring the truth that is found in God's word. And only then will you have peace. Who should you fear? You shouldn't fear man. You shouldn't fear the enemy. He's scared of you. He knows that if he can get you to believe his lies, you're going to run away from God. But if not, you will not only seek his face in every problem, you will not only seek his face in your trials. And he can't have you. He can't do anything to you. He wants to turn you away from Christ. But I encourage you not to let that happen. I encourage you to stay steadfast and firm in your faith, knowing what God says about you, knowing what God says about your situation, anchoring your mind in God's word, in the truth. Seek his wisdom, seek his peace, seek his joy, seek the strength that only he can give you. We can't do this on our own. Don't try to rely on yourself. Don't try to rely on man. Man may fail you, but God never will. In this I have peace, and that I share with you so that you have the same peace as well, regardless of what you're going through today. I love you guys, and I pray that you have a blessed, a prosperous, and a day full of joy and the blessings that God has already spoken into your life. Until next time.